After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 423. Today is Saturday, October 10th, 2020, as we are recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Furnico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. I have not cut my hair. I realized the other day that I can actually take all my hair and stuff it up this hat, so I'm doing that. But
I want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad to have you with us. If you are returning, we're glad you found us and hope you find something that will keep you returning. If you are new or returning and in the shadows, please feel free to join the YouTube channel. Just press the little subscribe button and hit the little bell at the on your right so that you can get notifications. And if you want to be able to take part in the alongs and the giveaways and all that kind of neat stuff, the camaraderie, that's all in our PHN home group, and that's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net, and that's in the little description, Dropbox, whatever you call that thing, okay, below this video. All right. I guess we'll go right into tea.
And we're drinking the same tea.
So I'll let you do you have the thing, so.
This was a sample we received with our Simpson Vale. We talked about this last week. It's pumpkin spice black tea. We both like pumpkin things. So we decided to share it.
It'll be iffy if I like this or not. Black teas, I'm a little...
Right, whereas I love black tea, she doesn't always. Did I remember to? Oh, it's in my pocket.
I have some that I like, but I have to be in the right mood.
I made sure that I brought with me the one that you gave me, and I almost forgot. Let me just put it down here. Hopefully I remember to show that later. Mm-hmm. So, this is Simpson Vale Pumpkin Spice Black Tea. Ingredients: black teas, flavoring, and marigold petals. Hopefully, now I don't have the same guarantee when they just have flavorings that this doesn't have anything that's gluten or dairy. Hopefully there's not any gluten or dairy, but they don't stay. I think most places do try to put down the main allergens on their stuff, though. And gluten and dairy are pretty common allergens.
No nuts or anything, so.
Right. So, let me go ahead and give mine a stir.
Boy, you really filled yours up.
Yippers. But I did not overflow.
Neither did I.
Mama overflowed my tea the other day when she poured it for me.
More is better.
Except when it soaks all over the place.
Except when it's not. This is good, but I think it's going to be one that I can...
Well, we might have been able to steep it slightly less, too.
Yeah. This is in my Chronically Crocheting's mug. This is her logo. Yarny Friends are the best friends. Kind of a fun little mug that she gave me along with a project bag, which I really, really, really love. So this is... Thank you.
And no shocker, guys. I've been using this mug almost exclusively lately. This is my all I want is to hug all the bunnies mug that Davina gave me. Hold on. I need to take the sip off the top.
You barely taste the pumpkin.
I know. The pumpkin's very subtle. Mm-hmm. I like it because it tastes like a good black tea.
It reminds me of Fog Cutter a little bit. It's got that same kind of... Which is why I can like it. Mm-hmm. Because I do like English breakfast, Irish breakfast, and the Earl Greys, the Lady Grey and the Earl Grey.
But there's nothing in there that should remind you other than the black tea because, well, no, I don't think any of them have marigold petals. They usually have blue cornflower.
No, I think it's the actual black tea itself. Yeah. The type that they probably used.
Fog Cutter uses all the black teas. Yeah. It has like 3 or 4 different kinds of black tea.
It is a definite black tea.
Yes, which is why I'm actually kind of shocked you like it.
This still
so this is good, but I don't really taste the pumpkin.
It's very subtle. I'm wondering if the sugar has to interact with it a little bit more.
Right, it might need to sit a little longer.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. Let's see where we're at here. If we see it a little low key, we got a little weather, I think, coming in the next day or two, and I'm a little sleepy.
And I've been out of it all week long.
So let's see here. I am looking at our charity alongs. Well,
You didn't have your cookie.
yes, I did.
Oh, you did? I haven't had my beans.
I am going to go right into our alongs.
Before she starts the longs, let me show the beans because people are going to want to know. This is the Bada Bean, Bada Boom. And this is Zesty Ranch. Crunchy broad beans, 110 calories.
Okay, so our PHN charity Cal. Let me taste one. Thank you. Because I didn't get this one. Thank you.
She buys her own beans and she still wants some of mine.
I don't have that one. That one's a keeper.
So you want that one next time?
If I can tolerate it.
Maybe this one and everything bagel?
I have to see.
At least this one, hopefully. Good, you've tolerated in the past.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
I'm wondering if you just had stomach bug, too.
For 2 days running?
It's not unusual for you.
Okay. We have a couple of alongs running. We have the PHN Charity Cal 2020, and that's a year-long Cal, which is our crochet, knit, and loom knit, okay? Now, this one, I'm going to read through the rules pretty much verbatim, and then on our other alongs, I will just kind of touch what is different, okay? So, this one is for charity, things that are charity, all right? And it runs January 1st through December 31st, so we have another 3 months on this. And projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted unless you are doing the face masks that you're doing for COVID right now. So those will be allowed. Those are sewn. Previous whips will be allowed but must be worked on during the along. Chatter and pictures are on the same thread. All charity projects will be accepted, but baby items will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize, as will dishcloths for Brittany and the face masks, the sewn face masks. Also, I think Hat Not Hate is done, but if it's not, those will be accepted as well for 2 chances at a prize. Any charity project that's in Lady Fernico Creations yarn or in Lollipop Girl Yarns, which is Laura Concert, is 2 chances at a prize. My one pattern, Talia's patterns, or Laura Concert's patterns, if you make them for charity, they're also eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the finished object. And if you use a featured yarn with a featured pattern together, that's 3 chances at a prize for finished object. But you have to be responsible for your own multiple postings. You guys have been great for that. We appreciate that. Okay, I think I caught all the rules for that. 1 whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's finished. And on Instagram, it's PHN 2020. PHN Charity 2020. Okay, hashtag.
We don't actually know what our Instagram stuff is.
I don't always use it. I depend on Rena to do that for me. So she does. Thank you, Rena. She's one of our moderators.
Yes, and we lean a lot on our moderators.
Especially right now. So,
Yes.
Okay. The prizes for this upcoming quarter, West Yorkshire Spinners yarn in the pheasant colorway that's donated by Mama C, who's Christina. Thank you, Christina. And she will be mentioned again later in the podcast. And 2 skeins of mohair mini yarn donated by Marriott.
Did you email her?
Not yet.
Okay.
I didn't have a chance to. So we did get it, and I just had things to do first. But I will definitely email her, and maybe after the podcast here. I will get in touch with you, Christina. Okay. 2 skeins mohair yarn, mini yarn donated by Marriott. So thank you, Marriott and Christina, for the donations. Now, we are into the toy along, and I haven't commented a lot, but I'm really happy to see all the activity. It's always fun
I
to
can't
see all the
believe I'm
things.
sharing with you.
Thank you. All the things, and that's enough, okay? I want you to.
Taking my ranch.
All the things that are showing up in the along are absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing little faces, little bodies. This is all the toys, knit or crochet or loom knit, okay? And let's see here. The featured patterns and featured yarns are basically the same, okay? Featured patterns that are toys, Talia's and Laura Concerts, and Bakery Bears. And featured yarns, mine and Laura's. And if you use the featured pattern with the featured yarn for the finished object, 3 chances at a prize, you're responsible for that, okay? We do have listings of suggested toy designers. You are not limited to those. You can do whatever toy designs you want. You can create your own toy. You can find them on Lovecrafts, Etsy, books. We don't care.
Oh my gosh, guys. I got introduced to the greatest, cutest little designer. I'll tell you about her later, if I remember.
Just get it over with.
Okay, so, let me see if I can find the messages.
While you're finding it, let me finish.
Okay, Tay.
Okay, so we got all the FOs and, okay. One whip project basically that is the same as what I said for the other along. One whip per project per week, knit, loom knit, or crocheted, toys, okay? And I already gave you the featured patterns and the featured yarns.
Okay, so guys, the designer's name is Little Cotton Rabbits. Rabbits are not the only thing she designs. It makes me think a lot of Mary Jane's Tea Room in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
And the same lady who suggested Little Cotton Rabbits to me also suggested Mary Jane's Tea Room. I'm like, oh yeah, I have a Mary Jane's Tea Room on the needles.
So this is a knitted person.
This is a knitted person. Cutest hedgehog
Ever.
So cute. It's meant to be like a, for you to put your needles in, a pin cushion. And it's just so cute. So just check out her pattern. She has her own website.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she might have some things on Ravelry, but she has her own website. I had found sometimes I don't want to ruin stuff for y'all by showing it to you in the group before the podcast. So I have another place on Facebook where I can show things without ruining the surprise for y'all. So this is a knitting group that I'm on Facebook that I sometimes post. And I'm glad I did because now I picked up a new designer.
Yay.
And now you guys have picked up a new designer.
Yeah, I would like, somebody posted something, I don't know if it's in our group, excuse me, in our PHN group or somewhere else, the cutest little sloth planter holder. It's just like, oh, it's adorable. Okay, so that was really weird. Anyway.
Well, it was applicable. It was about designers for toys.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to be a little off topic probably today, bouncing around a bit, but anyway.
Well, it works because we actually don't have a lot to show.
Yeah, we're a little bit short today. But toys, we love seeing
I'm
that.
not any shorter than I ever am. I'm the same height. You might be getting shorter, but not me. Actually, with the surgery, I probably got taller.
What are you talking about?
We're not shorter physically.
Okay.
You might be shrinking, but because I had a fusion, I might be taller slightly. That's her give me strength face.
And I don't have any brains to answer because my children took all my brains. Okay. And she abused them.
It's okay. My brains will disappear by the end of the podcast. They usually do. It's like a magic act.
The hashtag is PHNToy2020 on Instagram. Okay, so if you want to do that, that would be great. And please do continue to put the toys in and the charity stuff in. We're really excited to see all that stuff. And we will tell you what's going to be happening in the next few months, in the next few weeks, okay? At the start of the year. I have to talk to some people too, I think. All right, moving on to the rough drafts. I have 5. Tell me later. Write it down. Write it down.
Bits of
Okay, so
you have more than me.
I have 5. Do you have 4?
I can't believe we're through business already.
I know. I feel like I'm missing something.
I feel like you're missing something too.
But we did the tea. We did the alongs. I can't remember any administrati that we might have missed, as the stockinette zombies would say.
Right. Almost done writing a quick note. Oh no, we're already doing it. Never mind.
What?
I was going to suggest Chronically Crochet maybe be invited to host a toy along, and then I remember we're in the middle of the toy along.
Oh, right. Well, I had an idea for her anyway, so.
I was just like, we should invite her to host the along. We're already in.
Yes.
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 Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Okay.
It's a reference.
It is a reference, and it's a very oblique one, but it's a reference.
I don't think it's so bleak. I think most people know Brilliant.
Maybe. I guess I don't watch a lot of TV, so I always assume nobody else does either. And everybody seems to watch, Netflix and...
Well, now they do, but I
that.
think that was a pretty common thing.
Well, we were still watching TV, so that was at least 10 years ago, 5-10 years ago.
Oh, it could have been, yeah.
So, I don't know. All right. Now that we've waffled, moving on.
I still only have 4 projects because I didn't start knitting on my potential 5th.
Okay. This might be a very short one, guys. Apparently we have no brain power. All right. And because Ty didn't have her PT this week, I don't have very many projects.
Right. Well, I had PT, but I didn't feel up to it.
And there are other reasons why I didn't have projects too, so you'll see that in a little bit. All right, in my Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag, I said Ploverbird Mickey Mouse and I brought my owls.
Well, that's fine. You can go grab Ploverbird Mickey Mouse and grab the tissues while you're at it.
Anything else?
Tissues.
Anything else?
Tissues.
Anything else?
Tissues.
You said that already. Anything else?
That's the only thing I think of. I'll think of something else when you sit down again.
You just have to wait. Let's see here. There we go.
Oh, they're small. Oh, no, it's not. It looks small.
Okay.
Where's our turtle? Here you go, girl.
Okay. In my Ploverbird, I didn't think I had worked on that project. I looked, I said, okay, I guess I worked on this. In my Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag is my colorful birds wrap. Yes, it's still here. Not a Sorabelle.
It's not a Cerebel.
It is.
I'm bitter. Just not because I want it, but because I think it'd make a gorgeous Cerebel.
I'm not taking it out. It's too far along.
Gorgeous Cerebel.
Isn't that pretty? I like the way it's pooling.
Waste of pretty yarn.
Not necessarily. Somebody will like this.
Be prettier as a Cerebel.
Probably would, but no.
I mean, it's still pretty, but be prettier.
Everything is prettier in a Cerebel. I just love that pattern.
Which is why you should have been making it a Cerebel.
Well, I have to make crochet projects going, so I won't be able to do. I need something to give my hands a rest. So that's this. It's just a very simple
non-Cerebel
April Klitsch pattern. It's a very good pattern. It's very,
but it's not the Cerebel.
But it's not the Cerebel. This is soft yarn. I didn't realize how soft it was. It's Tess Designer Yarn Superwash Merino Worsted.
Tess does a good job.
Yeah, she
does. Yours smell like roses? Because her mini skeins tend to smell like roses.
I can't smell it, but this yarn is 5 years old.
That's true. Mine I've held on. And also, it wasn't in the skein the entire time.
No.
Whereas my mini skeins, they tend to be in that tight skein the entire time until I use them.
And this is going to be a fairly good size shawl. I mean,
I'm so sorry, guys. Allergies.
This would be too much yarn, I think, for a Cerebel. Not enough to make like a wrap and a stole, and too little. Too much to make a Cerebel scarf.
Cerebel and mitts.
Yeah.
There's always an answer.
I'm not taking it out. I'll make a Cerebel. I want to make a Cerebel baby blanket if getting an itch, or stole. Maybe that's what I'll do with that one yarn that I have. It's all autumnal. Maybe I'll make that.
Okay. That works. Because everything's better in a Cerebel.
Everything is better in a Cerebel. But I have to keep that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's me. So, I'm a mini needle for this one, so I'm going to show you a different one. In my knockoff, not a designer bag.
Pink roses.
With a hole in the lining.
Use the hole in your bag.
It's got a hole in its lining. So this is my Oops the Bunny pattern.
Does this have caffeine in it?
Probably because it's black tea.
Good.
It does not state as much, but I am certain that it does have caffeine.
And guys, in case you're wondering, this is how we talk at home. We'll be talking about something and all of a sudden, blah, blah, blah. Just out of the blue.
Also, Mom has a very bad habit of assuming that we're in her head. So she'll say something, and I'll be like, what are you referencing?
People do not want to be in my head.
And it's just like, what are you saying? Who are you talking about? She does this with the Lauras all the time.
I don't do that with Laura.
You do it both Lauras, regarding both Lauras.
I don't talk Laura. Talk to Laura personally.
She'll be referring either to the Laura who is the yarn shop,
to them,
or referring to
cues that I've left for them for any normal human being.
Both
would be
Lauras
indicative.
sell yarn.
Not on a LYL.
And she'll just, you don't always say LYL.
And I say that she bought my yarn for her shop.
Both of them. It's just like,
Laura does not buy yarn for my shop.
She does not give enough cues. And then she's all like, what are you talking about? Why aren't you in my head? What's wrong with you? And I'm not the only one who says it. Dad says it too.
It's because Daddy doesn't know either. Doesn't listen.
But Davina's like you, where she'll just go off and you'll just be like, where did that come from?
Yeah, but
I was thinking about it.
But Davina's actually, Davina is funny because there's no frame of reference. I mean,
you don't give a frame of reference.
No, I might be talking about yarn, and we're talking about, yarn of some kind. We're talking about something. We'll be sitting there talking, and she'll say, "Is so-and-so dead?" It's like, okay.
So she takes Mom's, like, be in my head and takes it a step further.
She's just funny. It cracks me up.
It's really funny because Mom and Davina are very different personalities, but that's one thing that they do share. They just both, like, why aren't you in my head?
Well, it would help if people listened when I talked.
That's not the only thing.
It is the only thing. It's the only thing that matters. They don't listen.
She doesn't give reference points. Okay, so this is my Oops the Bunny pattern. And I call the toy...
Oh, I like the way that's working up. Isn't that pretty?
Well, this is, of course, Jamesy
Brett.
Jamesy Brett. It's one of the purple colorways. And theirs are numbered. I mean, you can find the color names if you really look, but I don't remember and don't care enough to...
And I had a hard time because mine didn't even have a number on it, that brown, and I couldn't find it.
I've had to search really hard sometimes. But this is... I named this bunny... The bunny, not the pattern. Comfy Purple Bunny. Comfy Bunny, or Comfy for short.
It makes me think of that girl from... that part of it. That girl from Willy Wonka who became a blueberry. No, just the bottom here. He's adorable.
And the blue is also... I think that one's called Denims. The blue
Right,
for James C. Brett. Because that one I do remember.
He's perfect for a little bunny.
And the purple was an extra skein I had from when I made my ginormous turtle for the last time... or no, the time before last that I lost Tortoise versus Harry.
Is that when you made Laura a turtle?
No, the big one I kept for myself. The ginormous one. That's on my bed.
Right.
Next, on the other side, like I have my ginormous red bunny on one side, and on the other side, I have the ginormous turtle. So the ginormous turtle keeps my projects from falling off the bed, and the ginormous bunny keeps my sweaters from falling off the bed. They both have their purposes.
It's good to have a purpose.
But, no, that year I made the ginormous turtle, and then the next year I made Laura a colorwork turtle hat.
I remember that, yeah.
And then this year, Bunny's one.
Bunnies.
And I haven't had the brain power to think of Laura's, truly think about Laura's, thing that she has to do. But ear 1 is done. Working on ear 2.
Very cute.
Almost done with ear 2. I'm thinking on the last row, which is why I'm not working on this right now, because I don't feel like focusing on that.
Right.
I think those are the only pieces I've done. Yeah. So. But it's a very fun color to work with, even though I'm not a purple girl. You wouldn't guess by, the giant purple
Bunny.
But by this purple bunny and the giant purple turtle on my bed.
Well, like I said, purple has a very strange relationship with us because we don't wear it. But I like dyeing it.
I like knitting with it.
And she likes knitting with it. I don't mind knitting with it. I just don't wear it.
And I don't like knitting with, like, a lavender.
No, I like
a rich royal purple.
Well, we are very much jewel tone people.
But I won't wear it.
No, I won't wear it either. I don't know why. I think that with our coloring we can handle it. But
I used to have, like, a purple sweater as a teenager. I must have decided I didn't look good in it because I never wore
I
purple.
had something in purple for a little while, and I don't know if I got rid of it when I went red. Or if I just, because purple's kind of hard for a redhead to handle. Mm-hmm. But depending on the color red. All right. And that's more you need to know than, see here. In my...
I have been wearing, though, more often, partially because I liked the yellow in it. And the purple was not the main focus. My Bunny Love cowl. Mm-hmm. It's been covering that little bit of chill I get across my neck. And I've been wearing that. I wore it mostly yesterday.
I have to be really careful with cowls and things. It has to be one that it hangs like about here. Or
and that's
I can
about
twist and hang because I can't have anything really up
No, I don't
my
like
neck.
it
I don't
where
like
it sits here. But Bunny Love, I can fold it so it sits down like this. It's almost too short. Turtle Love is a little longer.
Right. Turtles are better.
No. It's just that I used
owls are the best.
I used a heavier weight yarn for Turtle Love.
My what weight?
I used a slightly heavier weight yarn.
Oh, right.
For Turtle Love. Whereas I think that Bunny Love might have been Sport, Turtle Love was DK. So it made it a little longer.
I need to know how much sport weight you need for me to hold back for that one project you want to do. So
just make the 3 skeins.
Huh? That's all it takes? 3 skeins? That big thing?
Oh, wait, which thing?
That thing that you haven't worked on like forever. You made me dye color.
Oh, I don't know yet. Let me finish. I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
I haven't worked on it in a while, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Because I want to know how much to put aside. Not that I'm putting a lot of sport weight in my shop right now.
I thought you were talking about the stocking for Davina.
No, you said you need 3 for that. I know
Yeah.
that. Okay. All right.
Excuse me, guys.
Digression. Sorry, guys.
My feet are hot.
Um,
That probably means I need to put them up. They're probably getting blood pooling.
in my Universal Studios canvas bag, blue canvas bag, is my Ninja Turtle baby blanket project. Crystal, I made progress. I hope you're feeling okay, and I want to show you the progress I made. I talked to Crystal because Crystal's the one who always shows such enthusiasm for this. And she's a sweetheart.
Oh, she is a sweetheart.
So I've started. Can you see the purple? It's just one row. Started Donnie. One row of purple there.
Yeah, you can see it.
So
I
this
am gonna.
I should have had this done like 6 months ago, honestly.
So-
But okay, so it's there. The thing about this is that I think I should have maybe used a smaller hook, maybe, because this is very stretchy. So it looks like I'm not even, but I am.
I'm gonna put this behind your back, like we did last time, so I can put my feet up. Because if my feet are getting
What
hot,
is this?
that's the pillow that I
Okay.
usually have behind me when I'm sitting up.
Okay.
So I can put my feet behind you without hurting you.
I've got one more. Well, actually, I probably have 2 more rows of green after this purple. I have this row of purple for Donnie, another row of green, another color orange for Mikey, and then green, and then I can finish this off. And I know people had suggested doing splinter for the
Edging.
edging, but I think I'm going to just do green for the edging, and then put the eyes on. We'll see how I feel when I get to that
Oops,
point.
my bunny ran away.
I think that I'm going to. Now I lost my train of thought because she distracted me.
Sorry.
I have to put the eyes on here and everything, and then I'll go from there. I'll see how it looks when I get to that point.
I'm gonna move this down a little bit so
I'm really sorry for the disjointedness of this, guys. I just can't seem to focus. I was telling Ty, I read something this morning that kind of upset me, and I'm still working through it. So I'm just trying not to be all over the place.
Nothing that's really good, like nothing personally wrong.
No, nothing personally wrong. Sometimes I read stuff. It was a news site, and it bothered me. So, yeah.
She got rid of it. Does not come into your box all the time because she doesn't need that kind of negativity. Sometimes being informed is good, but not to the point where it agitates you without having a real purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's me, and let me finish these last
This is
couple
me?
stitches.
This is me. Laura, I'm sorry I missed your Zoom. I guess you did it last night. I missed it by about 10 hours.
She had a Zoom?
She did. She was asking for people to join her. I missed it. Somebody else missed it. Like, I'm sorry. Oops, it's a bunny.
Yeah, unless we receive like a personal invite, we don't always catch it.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause-
and my Instagram isn't always timely. Sometimes I'll catch it and they're already
Right.
done. It's like, okay, well, what's the deal with that?
Right. Well, I might be adding another project soon because I don't feel like knitting 3 yarns right now.
Well, you
in a
have to
row.
show something.
Well, I'm going to show this, and then I'm
Okay.
going to snag. Well, I can't reach it now. I'll probably have you reach it forward and grab underneath that the pink fake bag is the R2 bag, and I'll work on that next.
Oh,
Sorry, Mom.
it's okay.
I just didn't want to dislodge like everything. There we go. So now that I finish this needle, the reason I'm going to actually stop knitting on this for the rest of the podcast is I'm about to knit 3 colors in a row. For when I
This isn't my color, is it? This
Which?
here?
yes, it is.
Is that my antique?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not quite playing Yarn Chicken because I'm heading to the last chart, so this will be fine.
I hope you can work through that because that's hard to match.
No, I'm pretty sure that that's all I need because I have the last chart, and then the heels and toes aren't in this color.
Because antique is one of those colors that dyers say, oh, this one, there's going to be variation in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way it dyes
No,
up.
I think it'll be fine, Mom. So I'm about to head into this part here because it's my chart for the pigs has this on either side. This is my grandma's stocking, the Lovebirds Christmas stocking. My grandpa's had red where the green is and green where the red is. So I'm about to do that little separated part, and then I do this little snowflake section again, and then into the toe. And
Perfect.
the toes are green. The toe and heels are green.
Okay.
So it's very close to done. Super excited.
Very nice. Looks great.
I actually have I I actually have hope of finishing it before Christmas. There was a little bit of time where I was wondering.
I'm not going to finish the blanket. I'm just not.
Well, I've been working on this all year long.
Well, I've been working on that blanket for about what? Well, when did you... I guess not that long. I mean,
No, I only recently designed that.
I mean, I haven't been working on it. Honestly, I think I need to get out of the house or something. I think I'm getting a little bit of cabin fever or something. I'm a very much of a homebody, but being told I can't do stuff makes it worse. So I get out and I walk with Daddy, with my husband. I call it, when I talk to Ty, I call him Daddy.
Her mom does the same thing.
Yeah.
Grandma does the same thing.
Not with Daddy.
You know what I'm saying.
With Grandpa. We go for walks, and that's really good. But sometimes it's just a little claustrophobic, and so it affects my mood a little bit. I'm not a depressive. I'm not anything like that. I just need to
Feel like you can get out.
get out. Yeah.
Not a problem for me.
No, I mean, and again, it's not that I need to leave my house. I just need to. It's not so much leaving the house. It's the fact that I know I can't go to places I want to go right now. So my friends can't come over or anything like that. But
You see, it doesn't bother me.
well, you have no friends but me, Daddy.
Ouch.
I don't have any friends either
College friends in the area
who never come by.
just came by like last week to
That's true.
do a exchange.
Anyway, Eliz is not a friend. Eliz is family. So
She's not technically family.
no. Eliz is one of our adopted. She will know. She will say that absolutely.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure.
She will. She will.
I've known her for almost 15 years.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Love her dearly. She's her and her husband are wonderful people.
even when I want to strangle them both happily.
Yes. And they have the cutest little boy.
Oh, he's so
such
precious.
he's adorable.
Big eyes.
Yes. But you look at those eyes and you're like, okay, what do you want?
But anywho,
Is it my turn?
yes, it is.
Okay.
Because I can't really say anything else really about the Christmas stocking because it is. Oh, it's
Okay.
in my
This one I really
Silver Shed
wanted.
USA peanuts.
I really wanted to be done by now. Talia might not get it till Christmas the way it's going.
Okay.
In my Silver Shed USA faces, my blue bag.
You know what comes after Christmas is my birthday,
Yes, mine too.
but mine's first.
Actually, mine was first. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So
Okay, let's put it this way. By numerical date in the month, mine is first.
in 2020, yours comes first. Anywhere after 1987, yours comes first.
Exactly.
Okay. Actually, yeah. Okay, so here we go. I didn't do a whole lot on this. I think I did maybe a row
Did you
and a
forget
half.
what year I was born for
No.
a second there?
No, I was just trying to figure out if I had to be there first. And of course, I had to be there first. So, okay. So I only did. I thought I did more than this half a row. So I must have done a row and a half. And this is getting pretty good size.
I like a good size shawl.
See this? It's. I don't know. I'm all tied up in the ends here. But see, it's getting big.
That's nice.
What do you think, Ty? It still has a few more rows to go. And as I said earlier, I don't think I'm going to do the edging that it's called for. It depends on how much brain power I have. It's not a difficult edging, but I had issues trying to get crystals to work. And honestly, right now, I don't want to deal with it, with issues. I want to finish it. Let me see if I can find it here. Where is my...
Oh, I guess I'm still in the ribbing.
What happened to my... Oh, there it is.
To you what?
No, that's not it. I have it marked where I stopped with a large stitch marker.
You perhaps should have them a different color than all the other ones.
Well, I had to use what I found. I had to use what I had. I think I have a blue one on my desk.
I think you might.
So, I love this. This is all Miss Babs yarn.
Sorry, guys.
Except for this gold. This gold is Malabrigo in the sunset colorway. Why they call that sunset, I'm not really sure. I guess that's...
Well, sunsets can be an orangey color.
I always think of it as pink. I know when Daddy and I take our walks, we sometimes sunset I'll be coming over here on the west, and it's pink.
Well, I wonder if it also depends on what area you're in.
Well, I think also it depends if you're talking about the actual sun or if you're talking about, when I think of sunset, I think of the whole sky.
Mm-hmm.
And the sky a lot of times will be pink.
Mm-hmm.
Pinks and purples and things. And also I think it depends on what time of of the sunset it is. You know, how
Right.
much darkness you have and how much light. But anyway, that's enough digression about that. You guys are going to get some time here just by waffling. Okay.
So, I have to show you just a bag because I haven't started working on the project I'm going to work on.
Apparently the caffeine is kicking in for me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily sure I would pick this one up on its own. It's not bad. It's just not
No, it's
like
okay.
magnificent.
It's okay, but it's just, it reminds me of a tea, and there's nothing against them because I have the Rocky Mountain and the Louisa May Alcott, which I love. But this is like something I would just pick up at a shop somewhere.
Right. I mean, it's like, okay, if I got it in a tea club, it'd be fine. I'd be happy with it. But I wouldn't necessarily purchase it.
Well, I'm saying this would even be like in some of the restaurants that have a better tea.
Just a plain black tea.
Just plain black tea.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just okay.
Right. It's not even like a Yorkshire Gold or something like that.
And that's nothing against them. They
No,
have,
it's
they
just-
have,
it's
they have
just
some
good.
wonderful teas. I just don't
Yeah.
care for this one.
When I pick up a tea that's not a Plum Deluxe, it has to be like
Stellar.
stellar. But
Plum Deluxe and then our vine and leaf down at the bottom of the hill.
in my brown soft bag from Knitter's
It's a
Magic
swishy bag.
is a design and project. Design in
Design
progress.
project. Design and project?
Design and project.
Design and
in
project.
progress.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
In my PHN Chameleon bag. This is another Ambrody bag, of course, and my husband did the artwork. Food in the Woman Cave. This is 3 years ago. Ty, this is 3 years ago.
Yes, it's
2017 that we did this. This is my At the Bottom of the Hill, and I think depending on how much work I can do on this might be finished next week maybe, and then I can start maybe figuring out what I want to do for the other one. So this is my At the Bottom of the Hill scarf, and this is the back I'm showing you right now because I had the front marked. I actually like the back better.
always like the back better.
But look how pretty it is.
Now turn around.
This is
Pretty too.
Let's take some. I like the way this yarn, again, James C. Brett, I love the way this yarn works up. James C. Brett is probably my favorite acrylic bulky yarn. It's just, it gives you a lot of yardage, and it's pretty, and it's not, it doesn't feel like plastic.
Right, excuse me.
And-
I've had a problem where knit picks bulky can feel plastic to me.
It's one of the few knit picks yarns I don't care for. They're
Right,
bulky.
whereas I'm fine with their, although I'm fairly picky about my acrylic simply because it bothers my hands very quickly.
My hands tend to be easily chafed, I
Yes,
guess.
and that's what happens for me.
So I have to be careful what acrylic yarn I use. I got rid of a bunch of acrylic.
Because I'll actually get a red mark across where I run my yarn.
Yeah, I'll get it like a chapped, chafed kind of that kind of stuff. But this is really good. I like this, and look at the way it's working up. It's just so pretty. Oh, this would be really pretty in a blanket. A man's blanket, or what? This would be nice, and it reminds me of Clint Eastwood's poncho.
Yes, it actually would.
Isn't that pretty?
I have the pattern for his poncho.
I know you tried starting it and you stopped.
It was crochet.
Oh, what's crochet? Because you gave me some of the yarn and then I gave it back to you because it was non-superwash.
Yeah, and then we got rid of it.
Then we got rid of it. I don't do non-superwash, or I very rarely do non-superwash.
Yeah, it was a crochet pattern, and I was headed toward being more knit.
Do you still have the pattern?
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
It's an actual poncho, or is it a Rana?
It's more like a Rana because that's what his is.
I mean, does it have a hole in the center? Or is it wrapped around?
I can't remember. I had to look at the pattern.
Yeah, okay. So this is good. Hopefully, I only have this much, so I'm hoping that I'll have this finished next time I come, but we'll see. No guarantees because everything is flexible and fluid. You have to be more flexible. And that is a reference.
So, after not working on this really hardly at all because I can't work on this if my eyes are hurting. Because sometimes I can't see with the sunglasses on, particularly if I'm sitting in the dark. The yarn's too dark.
Is that a new one, or is that...
This is a design that's been in progress for a little while, about the same period of time that the other one
But
was.
they can't see it?
They can't see it. It's a design in progress.
I'm getting that one soon, or do I already have it?
You already have it.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. I sent it to you, but you have not started.
Right.
This is my Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival bag. I've just changed over to color that I could see now if I needed to, so that's exciting. I'm happy about the progress that I have made now, and I feel like it'll go faster now that I'm out of the darker color.
Right.
So, yes. I did most of my work on this yesterday when my eyes finally started easing up a little bit.
Let's see here. Where are we? I already did that one. I think I'm on my last one. In my Kikiboo Owls bag, Holiday Owls bag, that's by Denise, Knitting Den, I tore out the other Preemie hat. Somehow I got off and it got tangled and it wouldn't let me. It was on too tight on the little pegs, and I couldn't get it over the top.
So it's like maybe you were stressed or something when you were doing it?
Yeah, because every once in a while I get that, but I couldn't get it. I just said, I'm not doing that. So I started over again with a different color. This is the Rusty Preemie hat project, and there's no designers, just a simple baby hat, and it's Knit Picks Robert Worsted. I like this color. It's very autumnal, so somebody's going to get an autumnal baby hat.
Yay!
So I do like this color, and you can tell it's not red. It's actually, it looks really close, but it's not. You might not. Can you see the difference? Yeah, I think you can, just barely. This is kind of a rust, and this is red.
Yeah.
So
is that all for you?
that's it.
So my last project was literally just started to be worked on 5 seconds ago. Because I knew that I was going to hit my 3 colors in a row for the stocking, and I didn't feel like working on the toy on here. So, in my Star Knits R2 pyramid bag, is my Davina hat. This is for me, and this is Mom's yarn. You dyed it for the bunny.
Yeah, the bunny kit.
Yeah.
Or bunny.
This is Good Morning Sunshine. And I think this is your light sport, actually.
Yeah, it's my 320.
But I always use it like a fingering weight anyway.
It's a
very light.
It's a
sport.
heavy fingering light sport.
It's far more of a fingering than is a sport. I usually use it in fingering weight patterns. This is why I'm using it this one. And I wanted a lighter weight yellow Davina's hat, because I like to be able to do like you're seeing me do here, where I pull my hair up into the hat. I have ways to make brims like this, and I need to look into it more. I used to use Cool Whip.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need something to make it stiffer.
Yeah, I used to. That's the one I made like that had a Cool Whip thing in it. I didn't make this one, but the one I made is too heavy a weight of yarn. It was the same yarn I used for my green cable sweater, and so I didn't want to put it on because at least it's lightweight.
Right.
So yeah,
because you lose heat from your head and you're already hot. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The only reason why I'm wearing this is because I need a little bit of light blockage.
You need a visor.
Yes, but it won't hold up my hair too.
Well, when your hair is not a mess, And visors, if they have around, the only thing about a visor is it might put pressure around your head.
Right.
So
because I have thought about that. But yeah. So yeah, this is a little bit I worked on this hat, and I mean you really can't see. This is a really pretty colorway. It's got a little bit of orange pops in it. Yeah. So it's fun to work.
I have to do that colorway again. Good Morning Sunshine. Okay, are we done with projects then?
We are. Do you have any FOs?
None.
Any rip outs that you need to talk about?
No, I already talked about my rip out.
Okay, well then let me go ahead and pull out. Let us get the cat out of the bag.
Yes.
So in my Ravelry...
Quietly, because I don't know where she is.
Yeah. In my Ravelry bag, I finished Little Miss Thing's Christmas present.
That's so adorable. She'll love it.
So...
And you know what, Talia? It doesn't look as poofy. For whatever reason, the way you stuffed it. She has a real problem because she has body image issues. She has real trouble with fat.
Right.
And so...
Well, I'm a very tight crocheter, which is probably part of the thing.
Yeah.
So none of my... Unless I really have to work hard to make my things look more...
This is really tight.
So...
It's so cute.
This is Swift.
So cute. Look at those big blue eyes.
So...
It's adorable. Thank you.
No, that's her Christmas gift.
Thank you.
There we go, Swift. And he does stand on his own.
He's adorable. Very nice.
But, yeah, he was pretty... once I got past the eyes, this pattern's not hard.
None of your patterns are particularly hard. Some of them are a little consuming. There are some that I probably wouldn't do a second time just because it takes more.
Well, particularly
brain
some of the
power.
earlier ones where I was doing more shaping.
Right. Right.
But I started simplifying them as my focus became more of an issue.
And I like them simplified because they're cute. The other ones are cute, but I've always liked the ones that are more, not cartoony, but more, I don't know, animated. I don't know. I like all
Because this
of
pattern's, this has a little shaping in the
I love this
fins,
one.
but she is actually otherwise pretty simple.
And
Biddy is super simple.
yeah. I have to make one of these in my yarn. When I saw this yarn, this is a Hobby Lobby yarn. When I saw this yarn, I had to make an owl in it. It just screamed owls. I mean, just look at this. It's like a little snowy owl.
And those who aren't familiar with that pattern,
That's tight.
I actually designed it in an owl yarn. The yarn was called Owl. It came from West Yorkshire Spinners. And they sent me a fingering weight by accident. I was like, hey, unfortunately, I really can't use a fingering weight. This is meant for design.
Yeah.
I need a heavier weight. So they sent me the heavier weight gratis.
Yeah.
And let me keep the fingering weight.
We always try to make sure that you guys know things like this, even though this happened years ago. Places that do that, Mad Tosh does that. They did it for me. Sent me a pashmina. Pashmina, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
That's an expensive yarn. They gave me the wrong weight. I think it was pashmina. Whatever it was, they're not inexpensive. And they made a mistake in what they sent me, and they let me keep it, and they sent me the right weight. Or what? It was either the weight or the color. I forget.
And
But
I'm going to have to maybe design something with the other owl one, just so that way I feature them again, just because that was a super nice thing. And
Yeah, we really appreciate people. I know that smaller places can't always do that.
No, because that's...
because it takes a chunk out of their business.
but if you know a bigger place that does it, it's nice to mention it.
Yeah. And sometimes the smaller places will give you a discount.
Right,
If
but
they
it is
don't-
hard for the smaller places,
Yeah,
because
and-
it's hard enough to make it as a small business.
Yeah, so that's really nice of them. So we wanted to say something about that. All right, so we're done with... do you have another FO?
No, I just have the one FO.
Okay.
I was looking at that one.
Yeah. All right, no graphic novel.
I have... The beads and string that I have is old, but I haven't shown it, so...
It's been kind of singularly unproductive in some ways.
This rosary I showed last time, I just haven't put it up in my shop. This one I talked about, but I didn't show.
And she might see... Well, I don't know if she watches the podcast.
She doesn't watch the podcast. This is a lady from Spain had expressed a desire to have a longer rosary, but she didn't. I told her it didn't matter whether or not she wanted to buy it. It would be fine. I was going to get these beads anyway. She hasn't answered my message, so it's going to probably go up in the shop soon. And I can always make it again if she decides she likes it.
Right, you have the beads and everything. So.
Yeah. So it's more of... I'm not sure if you can tell. Instead of being a round hematite bead, it is a
Elongated.
elongated.
You see that there?
More of a spherical.
It's like an egg,
Yeah.
sort of.
It's an oval.
Yeah.
That's the term I was looking for. It's an oval bead, and what it does is it makes a longer rosary. Still has a nice feel in the hand because it is hematite.
See, it was meant to be able to do this.
Normally,
We're not big fans of this, but some people do like to wear it, so they have it all the time.
right if they don't have a purse
If
they,
don't have a purse or
carry
something,
or
so-
whatever. And she was not expecting to wear it as a piece of jewelry. She just wanted to have it with her. And I don't think I showed this last time. I might have. Maybe I'm forgetting.
I don't think you did.
I think I talked about it.
Talked about. No, you know what you did? I think you showed it a little bit. You kind of tried to put it over your head, but you could see there's a lot of room around my head when I put it over my
So
head.
it's a really nice weight, not super heavy, but heavy enough. Because hematite's not quite as heavy as stainless steel.
Right. It's a nice weight, though.
But it's a nice weight. So this will be going up in the shop. Put it back in its bag. And I have enough of everything I need if she decides she wants it and isn't able to pick up this particular one. Okay, and then I had made this in special order, but I didn't quite fit the person's specification, so I have beads that fit their specification more. This is a sacrifice bead with a new twist. First of all, the other person wanted smaller beads, so there's nothing wrong with this one. Just for them, this was a little heavy, and but there's still enough space to move them, and it'll stay in place. It's just not as much room. It's made for an inch about my size, which is a 6-inch wrist. And it's got something different, which is a magnetic clasp. And it's a rose magnetic clasp. So, I'll let you try it in a second.
Can you get it?
Yeah, I can get it. Hang on. I know I can get it because I've gotten it before. There we go.
I spent all this time this morning trying to. I was almost going to have Davina help me get mine on this morning.
Do you need one with the magnetic clasp?
I think I'm okay. I'm just saying I had.
Okay.
I don't.
So as you can see, it fits nicely. You can still move it along.
No, that's what Davina's for. she's the magnetic. She's the clasp louse.
Davina wants one with a magnetic clasp, but I'm able to make one for her. She wants a gold magnetic clasp.
Yeah, this.
And this is a new to me clasp.
Oh, this is nice.
It's a nice clasp, right?
Yeah. Let me see here. And see, I've got this going over because I have the same size wrist as Talia does. But see, it's got plenty of. I've got it over my second one. So
yeah, it's about a 6.5 inch, I believe, when I measured it. I can't remember, but it's made. I have a 6-inch wrist and fits comfortably on a 6-inch wrist.
And this is a nice, strong.
Yeah, you have to work hard to get it done, but not too hard.
No.
So this will be going up in the shop. It does not have. Normally, I have the Trez metal hanging. The person who had requested it did not want the metal hanging. It was going to bother them. So this one does not have it, but there's the roses on there.
Can you put it on after the fact?
Not really.
Okay.
So this one does not have it, but there are the roses to symbolize. And also has a Rose Our Father bead. So there we go. That'll be going up in the shop as well. A slightly different style.
Okay. Do you have anything else for the shop?
Nope.
Okay, I do. I have been busy with my autumnal yarns. I haven't started.
Before I forget, people who might have contacted me about test stuff on not Ravelry, PHN Home. I've been out of it all week. I'm not ignoring you. I'll take a look at the threads later. Sorry, go on.
Okay. I've been working on autumnal / Halloween yarns. These are all fingering sock weight in my regular base, my regular 75-25 base. So some of them are new, some of them are returning revamped, and some of them are just plain, have been done before. Okay, this one, I'm really happy about this one. I was watching Bakery Bear's Kay, who is, Bryony Bear?
Yes, Bryony Bear.
Kay F. Jones of Bakery Bear's fame. She does tutorials for the Patreons. And she had done one on speckling. And it worked. I was really happy. Now the speckling
that's going to make Brittany happy because Brittany is a speckle girl.
Yes. Now the speckles are very gentle. I tend to prefer that. Mm-hmm. Some of them are a little more...
Your yarn's got freckles.
It's got freckles. This is my pumpkin spice chai tea latte colorway.
With cinnamon.
Okay, I don't know if you can see the speckles.
I can't tell because of my green glasses.
I have 2 of these. You can see a little better here. Trying to find. It's pretty evenly distributed. Let's see.
Hold this still for a second, Mom. You keep moving it.
Like, you can see some of the brown here. Look at the cream, the more kind of cream colors. That's where I focus the speckles.
And when it goes up in the shop, you'll be able to see it better in the pictures.
I hope so. Sometimes it doesn't cooperate with me when I take pictures. Oh, there's a good shot right there. Can you see the speckles there?
Yeah, I think they can, because I think I could see it even with the green glasses.
Okay, so I have 2 of these in the shop. This is Pumpkin Spice Chai Tea Latte. It's my autumnal / Halloween colors. This one will probably, depending on the demand, will come up periodically during the autumn. Mm-hmm. Unlike some of the others. But, okay, so I have 2 of these. Just put the band back on so I don't confuse the bands. I got these 2. The next one is a revamp. This is Somebody's Watching You. And this, again, is fingering sock. This is black, neon green, and yellow are the colors that you see in here. It's almost fluorescent. It's kind of blowing the camera out a little bit. And what it was meant to kind of represent is the green and yellow eyes you sometimes see on cartoons and color and stuff like that, horror films and stuff like that, looking out from the darkness. So,
Oh, my back support ran away.
so you can see this is Somebody's Watching You. I think this would make a really fun pair of socks or a hat.
Kind of has Heidi's name on it.
It does. And that's Undead Yarn, Undead Heidi.
Although I'm not sure if it's her color scheme quite.
Yeah, but this is, I think Laura Concert might like this. But anyway, this is Somebody's Watching You. And I changed the way I dyed this up because the other time I dyed it up was a little more hit and miss.
I didn't know you dyed it up another time.
I did, but it was a completely different dye method. If I remember correctly. So this, I have 2 of these, and I hope to get pictures taken in the next few days.
If the weather cooperates, you're supposed to get some rain.
Yeah, well, the only one that's, I have one colorway that the light affects. Most of the others I think are okay, but, so that's these 2 of these. Okay. The next color I have, Davina loves this color, and I've had this one in the shop before at this time of year.
To the point where she finally admitted she wanted,
something,
because
yeah.
it made her happy.
Yeah, she really likes this, so I have to dye this up in sparkle base because she wants a Davina hat in this.
Yes, because I asked her, do you want it in a hat or mitts? And she said she wanted a hat because it made her happy.
Yeah. So this is my candy corn.
And Davina loves candy corn.
Yeah, that's why I did it, because I knew she liked candy corn. But I didn't know she was going to want it. So this is candy corn.
And she didn't ask for sparkle, but for Davina...
I did say, would you like it in sparkle?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And she did.
I think I have to ask her again, do you like this in sparkle?
I think she would, because she's a sparkle girl.
If she doesn't, I won't make it in sparkle.
Yeah.
But-
I'd be shocked if she didn't want it in
So
sparkle.
this is candy corn, and this all of these are repeatable, okay, in different bases. If you see something you like, let me know if you want it in another base, and I'll see if I can work with you for it, okay?
Usually for Davina, the more bling, the better.
Yeah. So this is candy corn.
Oops, this is funny. That's
I
neat.
keep wanting to say candy canes, but that's a different color.
It's a very different color.
Yes, it is. This color is very bright and fun.
Well, I was just surprised with the orange in there, how much she liked it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that she wanted something in it because she does love candy corn, but it kind of surprised me at how insistent she was.
Yes, because
Yeah.
she's rarely quite that insistent about liking color.
Okay, now I have, this one is a new colorway. I can do it again if I want to. I only made one because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. But this is Festival of Leaves. Very autumnal. Can you see this?
Yeah, I think they can. So you decided to go to Festival of Leaves. That's cool.
Yeah.
That cover's kind of the idea I was thinking of with like a harvest festival.
Yeah, yeah. Festival of Leaves, which is kind of, I mean, I think a lot of people have it, but we have it here specifically.
Right, because we have a nice area for leaves, and
Yeah.
I up until this year, we had a Festival of Leaves every year.
This would be really nice in accessories, I think. This is pretty. So you've got your oranges, you're kind of a brownie, your green, your gold type of color. So, yeah. So
And
this
it usually, our Festival of Leaves usually chokes up the center of town, so you can't go anywhere.
can't do anything. That and the Mushroom Festival. Yeah.
I used to, because I was working night shift, I'd always hit any parades that had to do with it. It used to drive me nuts. I'd have the hardest time to get to work.
Yeah. Now the next one I'm going to show you, I've had in the shop before. My LYS bought 2 fingering weight of it, and I have a DK in the shop. Somebody had bought the other one. This is my Spooky, and this is a fingering sock. Spooky. Shades of purple and black. Okay,
Team and B's like, I'm shades of purple and black.
there you go.
Although he's got green in there too.
So this is Spooky. And sometimes I can do this one on a sparkle base if you want it in a sparkle base as well. I have sparkle DK and sparkle fingering sock. This is, that would be my stardust bases. So, yeah, that turned out really well, I think. So I have these.
I can't see it really with the green glasses. It changes the shade of everything.
So, I was kind of busy with the dye pots, which is one of the reasons why I didn't have a lot of knitting and crocheting time. Because my shop, I need to kind of
Replenish.
put stuff. I'm looking at my shop, and I have like 1 3/4 shelves allocated right now for shop stuff, and the whole top one is almost empty. So I need to.
Well, your fingering weight got
My
cleared
fingering
out.
got cleared out. So, which I'm grateful for.
For sure.
Yep, from my local yarn shop. If you are in the Winchester area, she does curbside pickup and mailing. She is Knitter's Magic. That's Laura. You hear
She's on Facebook.
Laura Gavis. Yes, it's Knitter's Magic in Winchester, Virginia.
And she does like lives every Thursday.
Yeah, yeah. So this is. She featured my yarn this week. I was happy on her Facebook. So.
And whoever made that really sweet comment, thank you.
Yes, it was really nice. One of the ladies said something really sweet about us. And
I
that
wonder
was
if it's someone we met in person there. Because I assumed at first maybe he's a podcast viewer, but we've gone a couple times.
We've gone a couple days. I'm trying to place her. She's the sweetest person ever. And I'm trying to place where I know her. Because I'm sure we know her, but I can't figure out where. So I apologize if you watch the podcast for not knowing exactly where I know you from. But anyway, so I have all these. Right, I know it's a little autumnal heavy, but it is autumn. Autumn and Halloween kind of bases here.
It's okay. She'll be thinking about Christmas too soon.
Yes, in fact, two people requested my Advent kits. And I probably am only going to do 4 of them if I have enough yarn. But those 2 people, I need to hear back from you to know what bases you want. Do you want DK or do you want fingering sock?
Because poor mom also has me breathing down her neck, because you probably can make Davina's candy corn yarn a Christmas gift for her, and I'll knit it for her later. You know, like.
Or I make it a gift for you.
True. I mean, the
Because
yarn is something she wants.
But if I give her the yarn, she's going to think she can use it.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
But my point, I have something that she wants me to do. I have to start doing kind of holiday themes as well as the autumn. So if you can let me know what you want, because if I don't hear back from you, I might not do them.
Yeah, because she's making candy corn that'll be for me, but it's really for Davina. And then Davina's already told me she wants a Davina's hat out of it.
Right.
And then I'm actually writing up. I rewrote the original pattern that started me off on my colorwork designing journey. I had altered a pattern to make Davina a Christmas stocking, but ended up a little bit thinner than I wanted it to. It was a dog and snowflakes Christmas stocking. Davina wants all the same colors, and I designed her a whole new Christmas stocking with dogs and snowflakes.
Right.
That's wider. And I told her the other one could be just decoration. If Dad doesn't want it down here, it can go up in her room.
No, Daddy will want it down here. Daddy will want it down here.
Well, if you have overflow, then she has more stocking.
Sorry.
And she tends to have overflow.
Yeah, she does.
So, it'll be a bigger stocking. It's going to be a little bit wider than Grandma and Grandpa's.
Right.
So, Mom has that she needs to dye up, because Davina wants the exact same colors.
And that's fine. I can do that. Now, so for the shop, please get back to me if you wanted, if anybody wants those kits. I need to hear back from you the next week or so, because it takes time to dye up. I have to figure out if I'm going to put any little extras in it and that kind of stuff. And then I want to get it out to you so you have it by November 1st. So, not November 1st. The first I want you to have it by
December 1st.
By the first Sunday in Advent is what I'm trying to say.
Usually it is around December.
It's around December 1st. So that's my shooting date is November 1st.
Not November 1st.
December 1st. So please get back to me so I know if you still want it. There's absolutely no pressure.
She just needs to know what size she
I
is.
just need to know what I'm doing. Okay, so because I have to figure out what colors I'm going to put in there, and not necessarily Christmas colors. It's just going to be pretty yarn. Okay. And it won't necessarily go together. It's just going to be pretty yarn to open and say, oh, I have this. I can make XYZ. Okay? So just get back to me with that. People know who they are. And if anybody else has any kind of wants something, let me know. All right? I just want to let you know that I don't have a whole lot of kits available. So I need to know soon.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That is that. I guess we're going to royalties.
I think we do. I'm trying to think if I have much in the way of royalties.
I
have the tea you gave me.
Well, why don't you show that first?
Mom decided that this tea was a little bit too black tea for her, because Mom doesn't like quite as bitter tea as I do. So I inherited her Plum Deluxe tea, the Sweet Spot black tea. black tea, cocoa nibs, apple pieces, rose hips, calendula, vanilla/butterscotch essence. For Mom, it was such a strong, not her, that she ended up dumping the tea.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, it shows how my taste is evolving. Is that was one of my favorites last year.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was I thought it was a new tea. Oh, well, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, one of my, one that I was getting,
Going to. And that does happen sometimes. I don't like quite as much as I used to, although I had it the other day and I still like it. The chocolate dessert hazelnut.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though I still like it, it's a little mild because it doesn't have any black tea in it.
See, I'm finding that I like Rubio's. I really like that puree, which is in the red velvet. And I like.
See, I don't care for the red velvet.
I like that.
It's too mild. It tastes like water to me.
I do have to put a little more tea in it.
Even when you steep it longer.
Not steep it longer. More tea.
Even when you added more tea to it, it still tastes like water to me.
Yeah, see, I like that one. I like the ones, I'm noticing I like the ones that have cinnamon and ginger and stuff like that. And I do like the ones that are chocolate, but it's just your taste change.
Right.
Andy's teas are phenomenal.
Well, I've always tended toward, when I have my preference, I like the darker, smokier teas.
And I tend to like dessert teas and things that have a bit of the cinnamon and that kind of stuff.
Every once in a while I like a fruity tea, but usually it tends to be a darker,
Happy
smokier.
hour.
Yes.
Lime in the coconut.
Usually mine tend to be darker, smokier. Think about it. I like chocolate covered coffee beans.
I need to ask Andy to make a lime in the coconut. I wonder if he can do that.
Oh, I'm sure he could.
I wonder if it would taste good.
I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, I have to ask him about that. Do you think lime and the coconut would work together? I mean, what else? Even if he puts other things in it to bring it together, maybe a chocolate or something.
That would be weird.
Chocolate, lime, and coconut?
I think so.
Be like a key lime pie on a chocolate crust.
I've never had a key lime pie on chocolate crust.
That's good. Okay.
I thought that chocolate wouldn't go with lime.
Chocolate goes with everything.
No.
Except sweet potatoes.
Not everything.
Anyway, this is from Christina C., who's Mama C. She sent us a lovely package. Christina, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you on email. I was kind of frantic trying to get the yarn ready for
the podcast
and photographing. I didn't do anything but that yesterday in terms of craft stuff. And we got your stuff yesterday afternoon, I think it was.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah. So I will be getting back with you as soon as I can. I mean, we definitely appreciate this.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Got a nice little card. I'm just going to show you the picture on the front because it's pretty. It reminds me of Italy. And it probably is Italy. Doesn't say what it is. No, it doesn't say where it is.
Well, I was wondering if maybe it's a very small print that you can see.
I'll give it to you in a second. So isn't that pretty?
Besides, I can't see the cover.
It could be Spain, I suppose, too.
It's watercolor style.
It's oil, so.
Whitman. Yeah, I guess it doesn't say who Whitman was making it. Oh, you see, I would have thought watercolor. It said oil.
Yeah.
Huh.
It
looked watercolor in flavor.
This could be.
I guess because it's more of impressionist.
But yeah, I love this kind of painting. The tile roofs make me think of Spain or Italy or maybe Mexico.
Well, the red roofs in particular. It's something about that
style. Got our email in the back.
Oh, sorry. It's very Mediterranean in feel.
It does. It's very pretty. And
maybe even like Greece has some similar feel.
I don't remember that in Greece.
Okay.
But I didn't go all over Greece either.
But it feels more Mediterranean to me.
Okay, the yarn for whatever prizes we want. So, let me see here. So these two will go together. Oops.
That blue is really pretty.
Yeah, I had this for something or other. This is Plymouth. I love this yarn. Plymouth Yarn Company is a very...
And Encore's good yarn.
Encore yarn is a very good yarn. So these two will... Oh, that makes something pretty.
That would make something
So
pretty.
this is one prize. I don't know yet what this is for. Might be part of the toy along.
Might be something else.
This one I want to hold back. This is Fondant Fiber, Old Romance Skynlets.
So you want it to be for a special.
This one might go for our year long. This one is Fondant Fiber. I've never used Fondant Fiber.
I've heard about that.
I have too. This is really, really pretty. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skeins. Old Romance Skeletons.
I like the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Fingering Sock.
It looks like fingering sock.
And I just want to look at the colors.
Yeah, I like the colors are...
I like this blue one.
Yeah, they're definitely a little paler than we tend to go, but it's got sparkle in it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you can see, or at least one of them has... This one has sparkle, and this one has sparkle.
I need to know where they got this bag, because I'd like this for my...
You can find them on Amazon, because I found smaller ones for my, brain.
For your brain? This looks like it's Fingering Sock. And I think it's a 20 gram each, because it looks a little bit bigger than a 10 gram.
I found smaller ones for my rosaries, so I can, put them in the little zip bags inside the,
But this isn't a zip bag, it's a...
I'm sure you can find something like it on Amazon.
Yeah. So this is really pretty. The colorways are Que Sera, Secret Love, Breathless Kiss, Sentimental Journey, and On Moonlight Bay. I'm assuming that this is on Moonlight Bay, so it would go this way. Isn't that pretty? So that's going to be a prize as well. This was for me. Isn't that wonderful?
It looks like those old cigarette boxes.
But it's not. Look at it. I don't know, Christina, if I can use this. I love it.
It's just one of those things that you might have to just keep.
Or I might use it, and then when I'm done, I might use these two things for bookmarks or something, or put them in my journal. I just love this. I can't tell you how much I love this.
I think putting it in a journal would be best, Mom, because, or at least one of them in a journal, use another for bookmark, just so you don't lose it.
I mean, it's just, I can't.
Mom, your gratitude journal.
Yeah. I can't tell you how much I really love this.
Because you haven't used the gratitude journal in a while. I think you might need to add stuff to it.
It just makes me happy.
And I think it'd make you happy.
And then she sent us
And now
this.
you have the skills you didn't have before that you learned with the card making.
Right.
You can make your gratitude journal even prettier.
Now, I think this is a needle cozy.
Yeah, it looks like it's for DPNs. It scared us the first time we opened it. Because it's
Now,
loud.
Christina, is this meant to be a prize? I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask her when I email her.
But it's cute.
This may or may not be a prize.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. I'll have to contact her and find out because she was a little sketchy for this. And I think that's why she wanted me to email her. So.
Probably. She probably realized after she sent it that,
But isn't
I
that
didn't put a note
adorable?
about that.
It's just the cutest thing.
You're holding it upside down.
No, I'm not.
No, because your needles are going to be this way when your project is...
No, I know. But I want to show it right side up.
That's not right side up.
But it is when I'm opening it. This is really cute. I love it. It's a headless person. And a doggy.
Headless
This
horse.
is really nice. So Christina has always been extremely
Yes, she
generous with
has.
us, and she's absolutely amazing. Love her dearly. My little owl. Look at my little owl. Isn't it cute? Because everybody who's watched the podcast for any length of time knows that I'm really an owl.
I've determined, though, after Bonnie's, my second animal might be a hedgehog.
I like hedgehogs and I like sloths.
Sloths have the cutest smile.
They do.
Hedgehogs are the same, though. They
Yes.
have, like, this little... Like, they're the animals that actually smile.
Because apparently we can't do normal animals.
Well, no, but of course.
I mean,
Baby platypi are cute, too.
those, I love
Puggles.
platypus. I love puggles. I've always been a fan of platypus.
Apparently,
Platypi.
Puggle is the name of a baby platypus.
I think I need to do a puggle yarn.
I think you might, too.
But it's going to be browns.
But it's going to be browns, yeah.
Yeah, browns and tans and
Even sloths and hedgehogs are browns.
maybe I'll do a magical puggle or something. Or a magical sloth, and then it can be whatever, like a unicorn. What do you guys think? Magical puggles and unicorns and stuff? Let me know. So this is thank you so much, Christina. We didn't mean to steal your thunder by talking about puggles and things. We have awesome, wonderful.
They're wonderful.
Wunderbar. We have wonderful, generous donators, viewers. You guys are absolutely amazing.
Yes, you are. Thank you.
You guys are super supportive, and we love you dearly. Thank you very, very much. We are moving in now to
Usually at this point we do...
author stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I have written on the story. I slow down a little bit because when I get either stressed or if I get... Upset's too strong a word. When things start bothering me, I have a hard time writing to a specific thing. I can write poetry, I can write like ranting, but if I'm set to write the shared story or something, it's a little more difficult because I can't quite get into that mindset, that brain space for those characters. So I did do some writing, but toward the end of the week, I was finding it very difficult. It was very hard to focus and very hard to be in that
Mindset
character.
space, yeah.
So I did a little bit. I did a little reading of. I'm having a hard time finishing this last book by Timothy Zahn, which is really unusual for me.
Sometimes you just might not be in the brain space.
It's just.
I know I haven't wanted to read fiction.
Yeah, I read some of it. The only fiction I've been wanting to read is backstory from our shared story, in terms of fiction.
Well, it's like the only fiction I want to read is like old stuff.
Yeah.
If I'm going to read fiction.
Yeah.
It's like reading Jane Austen for the 20 millionth time.
Yeah.
Or Rosenbloom or something like that.
Right. And so I've been reading, like, we have our stories.
Fluff.
We have our stories in sections because there's so much of it. So I'm reading like section 6, which is just backstory kind of stuff.
Well, you see, if I read it, I want to write it. I don't want to read it unless I have it.
I need it to keep me connected to it right now. So, and then I do Pray Like Mary and St. Paul for every day of the year.
Those are book names. She's not just saying that she prays like Mary.
Yeah, and then Mother Teresa's, I can't remember the title, but I've been...
They're little daily reflections. Are you getting a lot out of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially today's was very apropos. It was good. So that's really not much on the reading and writing front, or even videos for that match. I've been watching... I watched Chronically Crocheting. Well, actually, I listened to her.
I'm just pulling up my show notes.
I just can't focus on anything for any length of time. It's too much noise. That's what it is. It's too much noise. I actually complained at my husband yesterday. They had been playing, he and Davina had been playing Yahtzee, which doesn't bother me. That's fine. I was winding up, rescanning the yarn, and then he wanted to turn something on because for date night or whatever. And I was like, I don't want to watch it. Can't we just have the noise off? And I mean, we did watch it because it wasn't fair for me to, it was something we do. So, but it's just kind of where I'm at, where too much noise is just overwhelming.
Right. For me, beginning of the week, there was no, actually, very beginning of the week, Sunday, it started out good, and I had actually written something. I have a couple blogs. One's for religious stuff.
Should I give a caveat here?
What?
About personal? Are you going to go?
Oh, yeah.
Because mine was not really personal.
Well, no, I wasn't going to go into detail about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had, I have two blogs. One is more for religious stuff, and one is for, I call it chronically rambling, and that's where I tend to put more health stuff. And sometimes they cross over, and this time on Sunday it crossed over. So I posted to the religious one and then reposted to chronically rambling. I don't have anyone who reads it, but it's that.
I read it, and Tony reads it.
Yes. But I don't necessarily want to put my health writing stuff in the writing group Mom and I are on Facebook, because they're going to get tired of hearing that.
Mm-hmm. They're a good group, but
they're good. But people don't want to hear that.
They're a good supportive group, but it's not fair to put that on them.
Right, and that's the way I feel. Mm-hmm. So I don't put that there. I just have it in a place where it can be out there in the ether if people want to get something out of it. But it also, most importantly, writing it puts words into the way I feel, and that's very cathartic for me. I won't use it for the more negative stuff generally. That tends to go in my prayer journal.
Yeah.
But for reading, this happened more to the later part of the week, because I was kind of out of it most of the week. But Saint Selenon by Janice McGrain. I'm about 74% through that.
Saint who?
Saint Selenon.
Oh, Saint Selenon. I thought you said Saint Celine. I was like,
no, Spiritual Companions. Might say Spiritual Companionship. Anyway, it's for the people who are sick.
Yeah.
Ladies Chronically Ill who wrote it. And then this other one is Peace in the Storm. Meditations on Chronic Pain and Illness by Maureen Pratt. And I tend to take that in very short chunks, because she has Bible verses in there, so I tend to need to chew on hers a little bit more, while the other ones are more biographies, so I can kind of clip through biographies. Little bit on Solace in Suffering, Wisdom from the Imitation of Christ by Thomas A. Kempis. Yes, it's very religious based. That's kind of what I've been in the mood.
That's our anchor So if we are going through things or whatever, you might hear about it.
Yes. I had forgotten to mark that I finished Pray Like Mary. Oops. I did that a long time ago. Now it's marked as finished. But
I finally finished the first chapter.
yeah, that's kind of what I've been reading. What I've mostly been doing, because I've had trouble focusing on reading most of the week, I have been listening to / watching The Great Courses Plus. Started and finished the course on the Vikings, and the guy who does that is very interesting. He's a really weird way of pronouncing the word ally. He says ally.
Yeah, I've heard that. But is that as in the verb to ally yourself?
No, he does it for the noun.
Oh, that's weird.
So like every time he says it, it like catches me weird. But he's a good teacher. It's just that he doesn't know how to say the word ally.
Because she knows all pronunciations of all
well,
things.
it's just really a weird and he's American. Yeah. So it's not like he's British or something, and
it might be just his area of where he lives.
Right, or sometimes people have weird pronunciation and stuff. Anyway. That was the only thing that would distract me.
Maybe he's read the word, never heard it said.
Ally?
I know. We're goofing on something that came up in Facebook. Writers group, was it?
Yeah, one of the writers groups I'm in. Yeah. Or one of the writers meme groups I follow. But yes. So I watched him finish that, and that was cool. And then I'm in the Great Minds of the Middle Ages. The teacher for this is Dorsey Armstrong. I've loved every class that she teaches. She did one on the Black Death that I've watched a couple times. And she did one on King Arthur that I loved so much I went and picked up Mort Arthur. So, yeah, every time I watch a class of hers, I fall in love. And yeah, so I'm really enjoying that right now. I'm taking it a little slow though, because this particular course, there's a lot packed in there because you're doing these great minds. So it's like, okay, slow it down a little bit. Vikings was a little bit easier. You could clip through the Vikings.
Okay, so are we done with this part of it? Okay. I want to give a shout out, thank you. I caught a live stream of the Crafty Nomad, that's Kim, and she was very sweet. She said hello, and she talked about, in glowing terms, our podcast and everything like that. She was very sweet to give us a shout out and to kind of talk us up. So I wanted to thank her very much. If you don't watch Crafty Nomad, take a look. I'm not sure if she is just doing live streams now or if she's doing vlog or these vlog podcast type things.
Well, technically this is a vlog.
Yeah, so check her out. She's really sweet. She's funny. She's upbeat. And we really appreciate her shout out. Thank you, Kim. Mm-hmm. And check her out. She's fun.
Indeed.
Okay, and then we want to thank all the people who commented either on YouTube or in our PHN group. Sometimes it's evenly divided. Sometimes it's all YouTube. Sometimes it's mostly the PHN group. This time it was all YouTube, I think. If I missed you on the PHN group or on YouTube, it's because I didn't see you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we want to thank Brittany, Looney Hiker, Steph, and the reason I say this person twice is because I know it's the same person, but I'm not positive. Sequa75, Wendy MacGyver, Chronically Crocheting, Emma, Bev, Fiber Hermit, Allison, and Lorraine. Thank you very, very much for commenting. We're glad that you did. We're always glad to hear from all of you. Even if we don't get to you right away, I tend to be rushing at the finish to get everybody. I try, if I have a little bit of slow period, to hit you guys right when I see you come up, but sometimes I don't, so I'm, it's a race to the finish, but I think I got everybody this time. Keep an eye on the shop. As I said, my yarn will be going up soon.
I'll have a couple of the things I showed.
Ty will have something going up. If you are interested in those Advent kits, let me know. The two people know who they are. So please get back to me. I know that both, at least one of them has a lot going on, mm-hmm. and the other one only told me last week. So hopefully you'll get back to me and let me know what it is you are looking for. They will be just whatever comes up, not necessarily Christmas, not necessarily going together, just fun yarn, okay? And so that I need to know what base, DK or fingering sock. And okay, so we will wish you all a very blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is that makes you happy. Please stay safe. And
we didn't hit any personal stuff.
No. Do you have anything?
Just wanted to well, I guess not that important. It's fine. Let's go on.
Do you need it?
Nah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. We look forward to seeing you back here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 423, and that's a wrap.
Bye.
Hello, and this is the podcast part 2 because we're brain dead. And we decided that we did have personal stuff to say. If you don't want to hear the personal stuff, don't watch this. Just have the other part of the video, and that's good, and we'll see you next week. Mm-hmm. But if you do want to hear about what's happening in our lives, we'll do it. We're going to do it right now. It's personal stuff, and it's not for everybody, so if you don't want to listen to it, that's fine. But we are brain dead, and we skipped it. I misunderstood her answer, and she misunderstood my question, which is quite common for us sometimes. So, we want to start with your neurologist appointment?
Right, because we had made a point of saying last week that, I had a neurologist appointment coming up, and we wanted to update you guys. And, I actually kind of feel stupid making a point of saying something. But,
I kind of pushed her into it.
But I have officially finally got a diagnosis for migraines. Just because this medicine you only can take if you have a diagnosis for migraines. I haven't yet had to take a medicine. I only get 9 pills a month. Mm-hmm. And that's 5, but 9 of them instead of 5.
9.
So I'm trying to save it for when my eyes hurt instead of... Because I get pains back here, but that's probably more surgery related and instability related than... I mean, it could be migraine related, but I don't want to waste my 9 pills if it's possibly not. So I'm saving it for pain in this area. I just received it yesterday. No, maybe the day before.
And I think it was yesterday because I think we got it with Christina's package.
Okay, you might be right then. So I haven't had it very long. And I'm really just trying to not waste it.
And the good thing about that, if you don't waste it this time around, is you'll have some extra ones in case you need it.
Right. I can take it up to twice a day, but like I said...
Hopefully you won't need to do that.
Hopefully I won't need to. And he told me to keep track of how often I take it, so I guess he figures if I need something different, that will give me more. Or whatever.
And she was very impressed with her neurologist. He seems...
It's a he, yeah. He
seems to... This was a... virtual or phone
right, which
or
was nice not to have to go out there.
Yeah, he seemed to focus. And this is just when she's telling me because she was in her room doing this. That one thing at a time. Let's take care of one thing at a time. And he was, migraines. What do you say? Migraines are 40% of POTS.
That was something I had looked into when I was doing my own research. About 40% people with POTS do have migraines, and it's also not uncommon to have headaches of that kind of sort with Ehlers-Danlos either. So I kind of was set up for it, but I'd never really had much in the way of migraines prior to... Well, I was starting to get the headaches at the beginning, but they started getting more frequent around the time of surgery, and then after surgery... they kind of really... It was almost like the trigger I needed.
We fixed one thing, or at least... we
did fix an instability.
Yeah, we fixed one thing.
Of the instabilities.
Now we get to have more other stuff.
It seems to be the way my body works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, yes, so... I thankfully haven't had to use it yet, but it's there if I need to. Which is nice. I still am wearing the glasses because I'm trying to avoid getting to the point where I need to use the medicine.
Well, you said all his patients wear glasses.
Oh, yeah. He says, most of his patients are wearing glasses. Even with all my complexities in comparison to the ones who don't have everything else going on and who have migraines, I'm still not unique with the glasses. That's normal. Yeah. But... Yeah, I mean, from what I was looking into, it's the migraines might even be contributing to some of the sound sensitivity and some of the unbalance as well as my other conditions. So it's okay, well, they all mimic each other. That's exciting.
Yay.
Yes. Yes, I know there's plenty of people out there who have migraines, but this is new to me. I'm not used to having a condition where I can choose when I take my medicine instead of have to take it at a certain time.
Right.
Because I don't do pain medicine.
Yeah, so I don't think we have much else in the way of personal stuff.
No, it's really been an off week. I've been out all week long. I've been sleeping all week. This weather change or something.
The other thing that this isn't really POTS related. This is more lifestyle related. We have been trying to go gluten dairy free to varying extents.
I'm complete.
Yeah, I'm probably 80 to about 80% maybe.
Yeah.
And my husband is probably more like 60%, and Davina is like, well, whatever we give her. You know,
Right,
she
right.
eats everything. But we tried this. We have this app now called Lose It, which is helping us to
Make better choices.
make better food choices, hit target weights, and things like that.
Because one of the things that happened when I lost the ability to be as active as I wanted to be, I'm doing physical therapy, and that helps some, but I mean, like this week I couldn't do it. I did not have the energy or the ability to do that. And I didn't have migraine medicine yet to try to help the light sensitivity that was coming on that day. So, I don't have the ability to be as active as I'd like.
Right. And
So I've gained weight, a significant amount of weight, and I'd like to lose some of that.
and for me, I know people say, oh, you don't need to lose weight, but as you get older, it's harder to keep the weight off. So I'm just trying to tweak a little bit and to go back to where I want to be with I have to be careful because I have tendencies, but that's why this is so good, because it
Oh, and I'm watching her.
I'm perfectly capable of watching myself.
I don't trust you.
Trust you. You'll look. So we just, and my husband's doing it, and we don't let Davina do it.
No, because she definitely has tendencies towards the body issues.
But it's a good program, and it ties in with your Fitbit. So that's
Or
really
the
good.
Apple Watch,
Or
which
the
I
Apple
have.
Watch. It's called Lose It, in case you're interested. And I would suggest, if you're seriously looking into that, if you have any issues, even if you don't, maybe look into a dietitian or a doctor to make sure that you're doing the right stuff.
Right.
But it's really, really
I
good.
have some training behind me as a nurse, and also I can't afford a dietitian right
And
now.
I have a lot of background in
She
fitness
was
and
one
stuff.
of those crazy 80s people who was like the super, like, you've seen the 80s movie where, like, they're always wearing their workout stuff.
I wasn't always wearing my workout stuff.
You remember, like, that movie with Matthew Broderick where his girlfriend was, like, going to be in a workout video? It was the one where it was... He had the computer that was playing war games.
War games. See, the
And
one-
his girlfriend was going to be in a workout video. And that's kind of like the kind of person Mom...
you have perfect. I think it was Perfect with Jamie Lee Curtis.
I never saw that.
She had the whole leg warmer thing going. It was all about. I think it was Perfect. I think it was her and John Travolta. I think.
Mom was that person who, while pregnant, was doing aerobics.
I had
In
to be
aerobic
careful.
class.
You had to be careful aerobics. But I had a lady in there who was petrified. The teacher was petrified because I was doing aerobics. I said, "My friend over there is a nurse. I'll be fine."
Yes, I'm sure your friend who was a nurse was ecstatic.
She was neonatal.
I'm still sure she was ecstatic.
She would go for walks with me and stuff, and
She probably wanted to enjoy her exercise time without having to worry about whether or not a baby
I was
would
not
come out.
completely stupid about it. I didn't do because I had I worked out when Davina was born, but because I miscarried my first one, not because of workouts, but I was very careful during certain parts of my pregnancy, and I would adjust the intensity and that kind of stuff, and go more toward walking or lower impact or whatever.
Both Mom and Dad were very much a part of that. I think you were more the crazy end of it.
I was
but
not more the crazy end of it. I just did the aerobic dancing because I like the aerobic dancing. Daddy did more of the weights.
Yeah.
And he did running. So I ran in high school, but it's just we were those people.
So that's translated to later. Whereas Davina and I are like couch potatoes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what genes you guys got. Although Davina likes to run around.
I just don't have the energy, physical energy.
Yeah. But this is a lot longer than we thought we were going to be.
Right.
So we just wanted to catch you up. We apologize to anybody who decided to watch us, but we did warn you. Okay.
Yes.
Personal stuff. And again, we'd like to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. Thank you for joining us for this. God bless and have a wonderful day.
Bye.